Hey, this is part two of section 6.3, different base systems. I apologize for all the videos, guys. I've just been having some technical issues here, but this one won't take too long. Okay, so in the previous video, we talked about how to convert from a base to base 10. Now we're going to do the opposite, going from base 10 to a different base. So you can see here, I already kind of wrote on this part here, but we're going from 219, which is base 10. Remember that if there's nothing there, it's assumed to be base 10, okay, to a base 4. So what we're going to do is we're going to use a system similar to what we did in section 6.2, where we had to write the Babylonian numbers in terms of our Hindu Arabic by doing something with remainders and division, okay? Same concept. We're going to divide this number, 219, by the base. And the reason we're doing it is because we're kind of going to work backwards to see, well, how many times does this number go in here? I could do the powers of 4 and try to figure that out, but no matter what number I get up here, what I'm worried about or what I'm interested in is actually going to be the remainder, okay? So just bear with me here. Yeah, actually, I don't want to put that in blue. I want to put that in the same color. So let's do that real quick. Okay, so 219 divided by 4. This is regular old-fashioned division. So 4 goes into 21 5 times, okay? 5 times 21 is 20. Bring down the 1, the 9. 4 goes into 19 4 times. And 4 times 4 is 16 with a remainder of 3. Okay, so what I'm going to do next, I'm going to take this number and I'm going to do it the division again because, in other words, 4 will go into 54 so many times, so it can go into the next number just as at least once, okay, or at least what we're hoping for. So 4 goes into 54. Let's do that division. That's going to be 1. 1 times 4 is 4. 1, 4. 4 goes into 14 3 times. And I know I'm doing this kind of fast. If you need to pause the video, go ahead. 3 times 4 is 12 with a remainder of 2. Okay. Continuing the process, we're going to go ahead and take now this 13 and divide 4 into that. So 4 into 13. 4 goes into 13 3 times, and 3 times 4 is 12 with a remainder of 1. Okay, we're almost done with this one. We're going to take that 3 and divide it by 4, which is a little bit, counterintuitive, but there's a reason for it. Okay, so 4 goes into 3 0 times because, well, it's too big, right? It doesn't fit into that number. And 0 times 4 is 0, not 3, 0, with a remainder of 3. Okay, so when you get to this point, you can stop. And what we're going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and write the answer in base 4. Let's see if you can figure out what happened here. So I have 3, 2, 1, 3. So I'm going to give you a few seconds to see if you can figure out where I got these numbers from. They are the remainders. Okay, so these remainders, without going into too much detail, is what you would be looking for with this process, okay? And it's explained in the book as well if you want to research a little bit more into it. But essentially what we're doing is we're dividing 4 into as big a number as we can, moving our way all the way down till we get to 0. And whatever we have left over is going to be our base 4 because that's how it works with base 10, okay? And we just go backwards. So the 3 goes first, the 2 goes second, the 1, and the 3. Okay, so let's try another example. 15306 in base 10. Remember, the base 10 is implied here. And we want to write that in base 9. So what we're going to do is we're going to divide by 9 this time. So 15306 divided by 9. 9 goes into 15 once. 1 times 9 is 9. 15 minus 9 is 6. Bring down the 3. 9 goes into 63 7 times. 7 times 9 is 63 with a remainder of 0. We can bring down that 0. 9 goes into 0 0 times. 0 times 9 is 0, so we still have 0. We have that 6 down here. 9 goes into 6 0 times, so 0 times 9. I'm going to scroll down a bit. 0 times 9 is 0. So it looks like our remainder for this one is 6. So if you kind of got the pattern, this would be our first number for base 9. So we have our first number so far, units placed, okay? Now we're going to go ahead and jump over to the next part. So we have 1700 now divided by 9. 9 goes into 17 once. 1 times 9 is 9. What that gives me 8. Bring down the 0. 9 goes into 80 7 times. Sorry, 8 times. 8 times 9 is 72. That gives me 8. Bring down the other 0. 9 goes into 80 again, 8 times. 8 times 9 is 72. So that gives us a remainder of 8. So that's our next number, 8. Okay, and we do it again. So now I have 188 divided by 9. 9 goes into 18 twice, exactly. 2 times 9 is 18. Bring down the 8. 9 goes into 8. Oh, I'm messing up all my colors here. So that was 18. Bring down the 8. 9 goes into 8 0 times. 0 times 9 is 0. So that means we have a remainder of 8 for this one. So there's my other 8. Okay, we're not at 0 yet, so we've got to keep going. So now we have 20 divided by 9. 9 goes into 20 2 times. Okay, and 2 times 9 is 18 with a remainder of 2. So there's my next number, 2. And now we have our, I think it's going to be our last one. Let's see. 2 divided by 9. 9 goes into 2 0 times. 0 times 9 is 0. 2 minus 0 is 2, and that's our remainder. And we have got to the 0, so we can stop. And this is our answer down here. 22,886 in base 9. You can also write it with the actual word 9 as a subscript. Okay, and that's it. And I think that might be it. Yep, that is it. So if you need any help, again, go ahead and let me know. Good luck.